Right, Cancer, let me just connect with this reading and I'll be straight back. Right, Cancer, what I'm picking up here is, you've started to develop feelings for someone here, Cancer. It's a new person. You could have known them, a few months. You like them quite a lot, and you're just starting to really like them. You're growing some type of feelings for them, Cancer, you really see a potential in them because you've got the Sun card here. So, there's a beautiful connection you do have with this person, Cancer, and you've got, an opportunity here to really, start something new with this person. But the only thing is, Cancer, um, you're holding back a bit too much here, Cancer. You've still got your guard up here. And I think it's because, you're not letting go of this ex. I keep getting, this feeling of your ex, you're just not letting them go. You've got this new person here. There's beautiful potential with this person, but you're just not letting your ex go here. I don't know, you've got beautiful potential here with this new person. There's a lot of beautiful energies between you both, but you're gonna have to let go of your ex here, Cancer. I think I was saying this in the last reading as well, because you've got the world here, and this is a cycle. This is the last major arcana here. So you're going to miss out on an opportunity here. I really can feel it, Cancer, because you're still holding on to your ex. You're holding on to that cycle with your ex, and the universe is trying to bring you something new here. This is going to be a beautiful new cycle for you, Cancer. But you've just truly got to let go of this ex. You're still hung up on them in a way, but there's this new person here, and you could have, so you could have such a wonderful, like, relationship with this person, but you're just holding back and you're not giving it a chance, Cancer. You've got the Ace of Wands here. The universe is bringing you this for something completely, different and new for you. There's a lot of passion and there could be potential for a lot of growth here with this new person. But, you just, I don't know, your ex has got a hold on you somewhere. I don't know what it is, but you're going to really have to make a decision, Cancer, because, your ex is holding you back. Your ex is an ex for a reason, Cancer, what's the point of going back? It did, why hang on to this person? It didn't work. So, just finally let it go here because you've got beautiful potential. This person could be a water sign like yourself, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or this is you. You're just a bit too in your emotions here because you kind of don't want to let your ex go, but you really like this new person. So, you're having to make a decision here. You see this? She's got two swords here. So you've got to make a decision between two people, your ex or a new person. You've got to drop these swords, take this blindfold off and see the reality of this situation, see clearly because you're not seeing clearly. You kind of in your emotions here because I think maybe you're still connected with your ex, but your ex is your ex for a reason, Cancer, and it's just going to hold this new beautiful connection back. There's not going to be any growth here while you're still hanging on, to your ex. You've got the Sun here also. This is beautiful. This is warmth. This is, a new vitality in your life. There's a lot of growth here. with this new person, but you just I think taking a bit too long here to make your decision. And you know, this new person really likes you and wants to get to know you more, but you know, you're not opening up your emotions to this person, you know, and you're holding back. You know, they're trying to get to know you, open up to you, but you're just holding back here because of your ex for some reason. You know, you've got some ties to your ex here. You know, I'm sorry, I'm just really a bit confused here myself, because you know, the universe has presented this person to you, this new person. You know, there's great potential here, but you're holding on to your ex. You know, I think it's time to let this go, Cancer, because you know, you're going to miss out on a lot here, you know, if you don't. So it's totally up to you now, Cancer, what you're going to do about this situation. You know, you have to let go. You know, I know it's hard for you, you know, but you're going to have to let go here, Cancer, definitely. But yeah, that's what I'm picking up for your love life, Cancer. Let's see what's going on in your general for mid-month February. Right, Cancer, we have the Nine of Cups, wow, the Hanged Man, the Death card, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. Right, see, it's your ex. You're not letting go of your ex here, Cancer. You know, I don't know whether you still love them, whatever it is, you know, but they've, you know, there's been deception before with your ex here, Cancer. Look, we've got the Seven of Swords. You know, there's been things gone in the past here with your ex, Cancer, you know, and I don't know why you're hanging on to this, because it hasn't worked out before. So, you know, how is it going to work out by you holding on to this person here, Cancer? Look, he's just hanging on here to your ex, the Hanged Man. You know, you're not letting them go, you know, or they're not letting you go, but you know, you're going to have to come out of your emotions a bit here, Cancer, and think logically about this. You know, the Seven of Swords, it never worked before. You know, there were probably lies, whatever, you know, was gone on, deception here, but you're just still hanging on to it, and the universe is trying to bring an end to this, because, you know, you know, the cycle has to end between you and your ex here. This is the Death card, you know. This is things gonna, you know, come to an end here, you know. The universe is gonna bring this to an end, because, you know, you're hanging on too much here, Cancer, or your exes, you know, they can't let you go for some reason, you know. And like with this new person, you know, you've got the Page of Cups, you know, you do really want to offer this person something, you know, you've got a connection there with them, you know, you want to offer your cup here, but you're not doing it, you're just not doing it at all, you're just hanging on here, you know. And how can things move forward when you're just hanging on and you're not expressing yourself, you know? You know, when you could have the Nine of Cups here, you know, you've got the Wish card, you know, whatever, you know, you're wishing for, you know, it's right here, you know, it's going to manifest, but only when you let this go, this ex go, because it wasn't right before, you know, there were deception there, you know, probably lies, I don't know, maybe cheating here, you know, and the universe wants this to come to an end here, because there's something a lot better for you now, Cancer, here, you know, this new person, you know, a person who you've known for some time, you know, you've got a connection with them, and the universe is presenting this to you, you know, the Nine of Cups, you know, once you truly let go of your ex here, you know, you're going to have beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, I don't know, you know, beautiful, you could have a chance to have a beautiful new relationship here, Cancer, but you're not budging, you're not putting any progress into this new person. So there's going to have to be a change here with the death card, you know. Why hang on if wasn't treated right before with the ex? Why hang on to it? It's just going to be the same. It's not going to change, and you've got the potential here. You've got the Nine of Cups, the Wish card. So it's totally up to you now, Cancer, to take the next move, and do what, truly you're supposed to do here, deep within you. It's all down to you now. But yeah, that's what I'm picking up in your general, Cancer. Yeah, Cancer, like, your ex, it didn't work before, so, why hang on to something like that? And if you wasn't treated right and you've got this lovely new person here, you could have a beautiful thing with this new person, but it's just totally up to you, Cancer. But anyway, I'm going to pull a Romance Angel card for more guidance off the universe and ancestors. Right, they just dropped out for you, Cancer, and you've got 2 cards here. And it says passion and worth waiting for. So, there's a potential for a lot of passion with this new person, Cancer. There's a lot of potential here with this new person, and it says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, Cancer. So passion and worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So as I was saying, Cancer, the universe is trying to, make you see clearly here with this new person, because the universe has brought you this person for a reason here. It's going to be a completely new, different thing with this person. Divine timing is at work in your love life. The divine's behind the scenes here, trying to get you to realize, and let go of your ex, and maybe this new person, maybe have gave you an ultimatum here, and there was worth waiting for, there was worth waiting for, what you've been through in the past, this new person, there was worth waiting for, because it's your time now to have something new, Cancer. So it's totally up to you here. And let's pull you another card. Oh, 2 flipped out for you here, Cancer. So it says rejuvenation. Yeah. And it says, get a good night's sleep, rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. So you could be feeling a bit drained at the moment, Cancer, with all this going on. So, take time out for yourself, look after yourself properly, and rejuvenate yourself now, Cancer. And we've got power. See, you have the power, Cancer, to truly let go. And it says here, own your power. Every storm brings fresh new beginnings. See what I was saying, Cancer? The universe has brought you this new beginning, this new person, because it's all about having that newness now. We're in a different year, and you have the power now to truly let go of your ex, because it's just going to go on and on, in the same cycle, and it brings a new beginning for you here. So Cancer, own your power now.